How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jimmy. We're making it work. If you're new here, we do day in the shop videos mostly. I have project truck videos and some opinion videos too. It's time for one of those. If you want to hear my opinion about automakers and the state of the auto repair industry and auto manufacturing as a whole, stay tuned. Well, it seems obvious to me the automakers don't like their customers at all. They hate mechanics and they just don't like customers. So if you're buying one of their vehicles, it doesn't matter what brand. If you're buying one of their vehicles, bear that in mind, because they're all having problems. They're all extremely expensive to repair. Some are impossible. You can't get certain parts for them. And they're just making it worse and worse and worse. Is it government mandated? Is it manufacturer's choice? Is it public demand? Probably a little bit of all of those. In this video, we're going to talk about why manufacturers make profit the only thing that matters. Profit's not a dirty word. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with making a lot of money. But to do it, you should be providing a good product, or at least a decent one. We've all seen the videos. Even Toyota and Honda are having problems now, but the worst culprits are Chrysler, Ford, General Motors. Don't even get me started on Land Rover, Mini, and some of those other companies, Mercedes, BMW, all those. But every manufacturer has their list of problems that happen with their vehicles. And the problem is, 10, 20 years ago, that wasn't too big of a deal because you could still fix them reasonably easily. You had to be versed in electronics and know a little bit about diagnosing big modules and sensors and things back then. But now they've got it so sensors are part of components that are made out of plastic. They've got it so that these transmissions are 8, 10 speeds, probably more soon. They've got the CVT debacle across several manufacturers, Nissan being the worst culprit. There's class action lawsuits, there's individual lawsuits, but it doesn't seem to matter. All they're doing is making it worse and worse and worse. They don't want you to fix them, they want you to buy another one. As a matter of fact, even when you buy another one, I know people who have it sitting on the dealer lot. A brand new vehicle, maybe a few months old, and the transmission goes out. And then it sits in their lot for months because the replacement unit's not available. They're using them to build new cars. We all know about the Toyota Tundra. I drive a Toyota Tundra. Several people in my family own them, and we haven't had any problems, but quite a few of them are. There's, how many? There's 1,000, 1,500 dealers, I'm not sure, for Toyota, and all of them are fixing Toyota Tundras. They claim only 800 or 900 have had engine failures, but there must be some new information on that, because I talked to the local Toyota dealer, and they told me they've done a couple of dozen, and I doubt that they're the only ones getting them. So if you figure 10 or 12 of those trucks are being done at every dealership across the country, or at least most, you're talking 12, 15, 18,000 engine failures. So I'm not really sure what the date is on that. That's just one example. Cam phasers and timing chain problems on Fords. All of them have lifter problems and rocker arm problems and camshaft problems. Even the aftermarket flat tappet camshafts and lifters. If any of you like classic cars like I do, you know all about that. People are buying their cam kits $500 or $600 now. It used to be much less expensive. Quite expensive, so you can't say it's because they're not charging enough money to make them correctly. But they're building an engine, and 20, 30 minutes in, the camshaft lobes are worn out, rounded out. Now, I know experienced engine builders that have been building engines for 30 years that know how to build it and break in an engine, and they're having the same failures. So it's not user error, it's not the people that buy them don't know what they're doing, although manufacturers seem to fall back on that pretty easily. That's a great setup, isn't it? You can charge somebody $500 or $600 for something that used to be $200, and then you can tell them, tough cookies, you should have done it right, because your product is junk. And it's just getting crazier and crazier and crazier. I watched Eric go the other day. He got a car from another shop. They changed a few parts, didn't fix the problem. They were convinced that was probably what it was, but it didn't fix it. So they sent him down the road. Another shop did the same thing, sent him down the road. It ended up in his shop. And he showed in the video how these parts were bad out of the box. No doubt the replacement part had a separate problem or the same problem as the one they took out. So even brand new replacement parts out of the box don't work. So then your mechanic puts that part in, it doesn't fix the problem. And what happens next? I can tell you from experience, I've been doing this for 43, 44 years now. I've been a master mechanic for 30 years, which doesn't mean anything other than I have a lot of certifications and a lot of experience. But I can tell you that the mechanic that puts that part in and replaces a part and it still doesn't fix it, now they go, uh-oh. They go back to square one, I missed something. I must have made a mistake. And they'll spend an hour, 2 hours, however long it takes, tracing wiring, connectors, inspecting pins, checking grounds and powers again, going all through all of that stuff it took the first time. And the first time they might have only taken them 30 or 40 minutes to figure it out. But now, that didn't fix it. They know there's got to be something else wrong. How many hours and hours and hours did the mechanics waste trying to sort that out? How many thousands of dollars does that cost a shop? They can't get that car out and get another car in to fix. If the customer that's waiting to have their car fixed gets into service, the customer that owns that car doubts whether the mechanic and the shop are competent, all because of the crap parts that the guys, if you're watching, the crap that you sell is costing everybody thousands of dollars. How about if you take your head from your ass and something that costs $14 for you and you sell it to us for $120, why don't you spend $15.10 to make it correctly so that this doesn't happen in our industry? I don't know if it's the quality control, the greed, the desire to make a 500-600% profit markup. I'm not sure what it is, but something needs to change because heads are going to roll soon. There's going to be rioting in the streets. People are going to be walking to work and they're not going to be happy about it. I'm telling you right now, the industry is in a shambles. I mean, it is alarming how it went from 1 in 40 being bad to 3 out of 5 being bad. The good thing is, I can say, to maintain my own sanity, and a lot of mechanics I know, is now when we put a part in and it doesn't work, we go, another defective part. So at least we're not wasting as much time as we were before we realized that you guys in the parts industry and the auto manufacturing industry make junk. Plain and simple. How are they getting AI going in this world, which is supposedly this big technological feat, but they can't make a solenoid that works? I don't understand how you put those things together, but something needs to be done. Everyone who owns an auto repair shop, everyone who's a mechanic, if you're in the part of the billing and accounts receivable, anytime you are wasting time on these cars, the parts retailers, maybe, the parts manufacturers, definitely, they need to pony up, they need to pay. If someone spends 3 hours trying to figure out why that solenoid is still not working, and they're running around in circles testing wiring, replacing wires, whatever the case may be, because their parts are junk, then they need to pay for it. And I think the problem is they get away with it, and they make a ton of money doing it, and no one really calls them out on it, spends the time doing the paperwork. And if you do, a lot of them just make you jump through hoop after hoop after hoop, so it's nearly impossible. I saw Royalty Auto did that Jeep engine, and they just made it miserable to try to get it warranted. That's the state of the industry, though. That's what they do. The problem is there's no safe haven. There's no manufacturer that's not doing it. Although, even though Toyota and Honda are having problems too, I still think, at least I want to think, that it's less than some of these other brands. But I think one of the biggest problems is people don't realize these manufacturers don't make everything themselves from start to finish, bumper to bumper. 95% of that car is third party. Well, maybe less than that. 75% of that car may be third party. Every manufacturer is not making all their own electronics. And the ones who are only making some of them. They're outsourcing things like ABS and stereo systems and things like that, solenoids and all those kinds of things that are failing. So they outsource it. That's why they all have the problem. So manufacturers too, they should be going after these people that are making these replacement parts, because it's got to be costing their dealerships. The dealerships don't use only OEM. And even if they do, the OEM stuff's failing too. I mean, what do we do? I just wanted to make this video to say, man, if you're experiencing this, you're not alone. We all are. and something needs to happen. Something needs to be done. Write letters to whoever you can. Write letters to manufacturers, part suppliers, things like that. You can copy them and mail them out to those people to say, man, we are fed up and we're going to get paid. We're going to get our money back for all this wasted time on these items. So you better tighten up your game, especially because of the fact that you're paying $70 or $80 for something. You know they made it for $6 or $8 or something like that. I mean, if you have to charge $5 more and invest $1.50 more to get the coil windings to not fail in a solenoid, is it really that hard? Maybe some of the stuff needs to be made inside our borders. I don't really think that that's the problem with that, although a lot of people will default to that. I know from experience manufacturing things overseas that they'll make it as good or as cheap as you want. I mean, and I've had plenty of stuff that says made in USA on it that's junk too. So what do we do, right? You tell me in the comments what you think. Is it a problem with the quality control? Is it a problem with part suppliers, or the materials going to part suppliers not as good? What do you think? Have you come across this problem in your shop if you're a mechanic, or have you had this problem with your vehicle trying to get it repaired? Let me know in the comments below. Torque the like button before you head out if you got something from this video and you enjoyed it. Maybe share it with someone in the industry that hasn't seen it. I appreciate that. I hope I see you in another video, because you're awesome.